Chapter 3. The Temple of the Taniwha. After a restless night filled with dreams of swirling portals and ancient guardians, Jack awoke to the serene faces of Arya and the villagers. They had gathered to provide him with supplies and guidance for his journey to the Temple of the Taniwha, deep in the heart of the enchanted forest. Arya handed him a small pouch filled with luminescent herbs. "These will light your way in the darkest parts of the forest," she explained. As Jack set out, the forest seemed to react to his presence. The trees whispered secrets in the wind, and the ground seemed to move under his feet, guiding him deeper into its heart. Hours turned into days as he navigated through this mesmerizing landscape, marked by strange, beautiful flora and ethereal wildlife. Finally, Jack arrived at the edge of a vast lake, its waters still and mirror-like. In the distance, he could see an island, and on it, the ancient structure of the Temple of the Taniwha. He found a small boat hidden among the reeds and paddled towards the island, his heart pounding with anticipation. Upon reaching the temple, Jack was awestruck by the massive stone structures adorned with intricate carvings of Taniwha and scenes from Maori mythology. The air was thick with a mystical energy that made the hair on his neck stand up. As he approached the main entrance, the ground trembled slightly, as if acknowledging his presence. Inside the temple, the air was cool and damp. Torches flanked the walls, casting eerie shadows that danced along the corridors. Jack followed the faintly lit pathway until he reached the central chamber. There, in the middle of the room, sat the second amulet, glowing softly on an ancient pedestal. Just as Jack stepped forward, the chamber began to fill with a mysterious fog, and figures emerged from the shadows. They were the guardians of the temple, spectral beings who had protected the amulet for centuries. They circled around Jack, their eyes glowing with a light that was both threatening and mesmerizing. "You who have come from another world," one of the guardians intoned, "why do you seek the power of the Taniwha?" Jack took a deep breath, his resolve firm. "I seek to return to my world, but I also seek to understand the connection between our worlds. I believe these amulets can restore balance and peace." The guardians whispered among themselves, then one stepped forward, offering Jack the amulet. "To wield the power of the Taniwha, you must prove your worth. You will face a trial, a test of courage, wisdom, and spirit. Are you ready, Jack Thompson?" Jack nodded, his determination clear in his eyes. "I am ready." The trial was grueling. Jack faced illusions that tested his fears, riddles that challenged his intellect, and obstacles that demanded his utmost physical strength. With each challenge, he grew more in tune with the amulet's power, understanding more about the balance they maintained. After what felt like an eternity, Jack stood before the guardians once again, exhausted but triumphant. They nodded in approval and prepared to unite the two amulets. As they did, a brilliant light filled the chamber, and a portal shimmered into existence. "Your journey does not end here, Jack Thompson," the lead guardian said. "The path you must walk is long, and the balance between worlds is delicate. The amulets have granted you passage back to your realm, but first, you must learn to harness their power fully." Jack realized that returning home was only a part of his greater journey. He needed to understand the full extent of the amulet's abilities and the responsibilities they carried. With a heavy heart but a clear purpose, Jack agreed to stay and learn from the guardians, preparing for the moment when he would finally step back through the portal and return to his world. As he trained under the guardians' watchful eyes, Jack became adept in the ancient arts that governed the amulets. Each day brought new insights and a deeper connection to the mystical forces at play. Jack knew that when he returned to his world, he would not only bring back a great story but also a profound responsibility to maintain the balance he had vowed to protect.